Televisa presenta. What is do, my you boys coming through once again? And on today's video, I want to talk about the situation, right? Somebody put a story out there. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys seen it, in where they're saying why Sucker Free had that fate, right? Basically, they're saying that he got taxed and he ended up getting on, and sadly, one is no longer with us. The other one is in a coma, right? Crazy story. Interesting, of course, I just seen it right now. And I was just thinking, man, is Lennox 13 going to get green light? And, man, it's an interesting question. One thing I'm going to tell you, and I want you to pay attention to this. Any PC gang, right? Guess who's their number one enemy? Actives. That's their number one, right? And their agenda is to bring it down. Bring all that shit down. That's it. I'm not saying nothing else. That's what I know of, right? Now, when old boy dropped this video, he said it that the guys from Lennox called him and gave him the whole spiel, right? The whole story, because they thought it was not fair, right? Do I believe that? I don't know, man. I don't know. But if I had to put my money on it, probably not. I put my money that this didn't happen. But I don't know. The story's right there. The thing about this is that he did name those guys. He put them right there in front of the target, right? Put them on the bad spot, right? Los puso en un lugar difícil. How can they get out of there? They can. If what this vato said it is true, it's gonna go back to the hood, man. And possibly can get a green light. Yes, they're gonna have to pay a certain amount of money. They're gonna have to have a green light for a certain amount of time, or something like that, right? Something around those lines. And that's it. We all know this was no mistake, 100%. This was no mistake at all. Period. That hood was mentioned because that was the goal, to put that hood out there, 100%. And I'm just saying my opinion, I'm not here trying to basically say that that story is not true, or it is. I hear the story, and what I believe. Now, I'm not saying that. We're going to find out later on, right? But it is pretty interesting, right? Now, it is funny how other people get mad about this, right? At the end of the day, if the guy who's telling this story wants to tell the story and wants to throw extra saying that somebody was flying, and that's his pedo, right? That shit doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect the next man. Yeah, it is going to affect the people that he named, of course, right? So it's just my input on this, right? But it is funny how certain individuals get upset about this, right? Because in reality, they don't care for that guy. They don't. I know. They don't care for that guy. Straight up. So all that whole thing is like, hey man, córtate el pedo. Come on, man. We don't care. Like, do you see me right here saying, hey man, don't do that. Don't do that because this was going to happen. No, because the guy knows. I know. Right? Now, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, oh well. Right? Do I think that he works for the for the feds? No, I don't think that. No, I don't think that at all. Right? But if it does, man, crazy, right? Because a lot of people do throw a lot of accusations out there without any evidence, without any nothing, right? They just get upset that this individual is getting stories or he's making up stories, whatever it is, right? But at the end of the day, the stories are being put out there, period. And people don't like that at all. People might say, I'm not hating, but at the end of the day, that guy's pulling up the money, right? And that's what everybody wants to do. That's why we are making videos for the money. Uh, nobody's doing it for to help another individual, man. Yeah, you can throw a story right there, but the agenda is to come up with money as much as you can, so you can retire or I don't know, do something with it, right? Now, for an active individual so-called active individual to actually speak on this, right? It's no bueno. We know that. You're supposed to keep that on. Boom. You're not supposed to talk about this on the air like that. Meaning, if I was in those same spot, I wouldn't speak about a boy. I wouldn't. Why would I? Why would I give him I speak on somebody who's not good, right? Uh, Second, I don't care for him. Third, let the time uh, tell what's gonna happen, right? Eventually, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. There's no way around it, right? Now, for those guys who are not active, who are PCs, SNYs, however you want to call them, to speak on this is like, man, for reals. You know they don't like you over here, but still you trying to defend them, even though they're like, hey man, we don't need your help, but we do appreciate it. Gracias, you know. That's more like, man, you still trying to protect this side of things, but also you know that you can go over there and play soccer with these guys. At the end of the day, what happened happened. Period. Um, and you can see a lot of people being up mad about this individual, calling him names, which is like, wow, like get the hizo este vato. Like this vato didn't do nothing to nobody, homie. The only people who are being affected is the people that he names, right? And those guys are not doing nothing about it. So why should I worry about it, or the next men worry about it, right? Why? It does not make no sense. But people like to talk about other people, and in a way, I don't know, trying to give some advice, but that advice is not good. Natural advice, is not legit. Like they don't mean that advice, right? They just basically say, oh, man, don't speak on this stuff because you're pulling numbers on that, right? Again, whether those stories are truth or not, they still picking views. Uh, I found it pretty interesting. It is what it is. Crazy ass story. If it happened, it happened. If it didn't, the guy got his money for it, right? Now, I know a lot of people are gonna be waiting for those videos to be dropped. Because this is a tough one actually, because it is an open case. Trust me, you are helping a lot of detectives right now, 100%. But hey, shit, he can do whatever he wants. He's his own man, grown ass man. He knows the consequences. He knows what he's doing. We know what's up, man. So if that story was told to be honest about this, or it was told to put a green light on Lennox or whatever, right? The story is still out there. Period. Don't forget that there's gonna be people telling stories, whether it's truth or not, for the money. And we have seen this in the past, right? And where, some covers were pulled and names were called. And now a lot of people seem to forget about that. Either way, I just thought I should comment on this and give my opinion. Why not? Because this is what we do. We're not gonna be right here coming out with stories and stuff like that, right? I'm just gonna see something, I'm gonna react to it, and I'm gonna give you my point of view on this topic, right? So with this being it, we are out to next video. I highly appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like. And gracias for the support.